Alright, so Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Adam bin Muhammad Rafi and my metric number is DFOM 210792. And so in this video, my team and I chose a wide-body aircraft called the Boeing 747-400, and we will be explaining the effects of the Boeing 747-400 when it is overloaded in each phase of the flight. So the following sequence will be takeoff, cruising, and landing. So all different types of aircraft models have a specific maximum weight, and it needs to fly as light as possible in terms of performance efficiency and cost saving economically. So every aircraft manufacturer has a limitation weight for their models set out by the engineers, such as the maximum takeoff weight (MTOW), maximum landing weight (MLW), and maximum zero fuel weight (MZFW). So it is important to acknowledge these negative effects it has on the overloaded aircraft, so flight dispatchers will calculate proper weight and balance to ensure that the aircraft does not exceed its weight limit for the aircraft's safety and efficient flight. So that is it from me. I'll pass on to my next presenter.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Taufiq Hidayat, DFOM 210797. So for the effects of overloaded aircraft, first of all is longer takeoff run. So based on logic, the aircraft require more speed to take off if the aircraft is heavy. It also require longer runway. So the higher the weight, the higher the speed, and the higher the distance. I mean like the longer distance. So based on the video above here, I think you can see that the aircraft can't even take off even though it uses the whole entire runway. The aircraft also suffer from the tail stripe. Tail stripe means that when the aircraft goes to pitch, the behind part hit on the runway. So as for reference, the runway is located at KLIA Airport. So the second effect is lower cruising speed. Same concept as the first factor. Since it requires more speed to counter the weight, the cruising speed of the aircraft reduces naturally. The engine requires more fuel just to produce the thrust, and it also stresses the engine itself. For example, if the cruising speed is normally around 300 knots, but since it is overweight, it reduces to around like 270, or depends on the type of aircraft itself. So the difference may look small even though it's only 30 knots different, but it still have a huge impact if the flight is longer and more heavier. So the third factor is reduced maneuverability. So as the aircraft is overweight, it doesn't only affect speed, but it also the maneuverability, or we can consider it as like the turning of the aircraft. The movement of the aircraft is much more stiffer. Yeah, this is because that's how gravity works. The aerodynamic pressure of the aircraft is are less effective, and it will reduce its performance during turning or even during landing as well, or even all climb, taxi, and everything.
Hello, my name is Alif Afiq bin Abrazak and my metric ID is FT2021079010. So my role here is to explain about what is hard landing and what causes hard landing and what is the outcome of hard landing. So let's see what it is about. So here you can see how a hard landing may look or appear from the outside. So basically a hard landing is a landing in which the rate of descent has been exceeded. So hard landing can be caused by many reasons. Maybe it is because of sudden turbulence, poor weather condition, a miscalculated top of descent, maybe mechanical malfunction, misapproach, or the aircraft itself is overloaded. So let's see some point of view from the inside of the cabin. So I'll play the video and let's watch it. So you can see that from the inside of the cabin, or the view or the experience of the passengers look worse than what we can see from the outside. So if you notice, it's clips of Ryanair hard landing. Yes, I know it is not 747-400, which the aircraft that we selected for our video project, but these videos represent the same situation or the same coincidence of hard landing as of any other aircraft So you can see it usually back. It can harm the passengers. It can give a bad experience for all the passengers. So before I end my part, I would like to give you some of the consequences or the outcome or the effect of hard landing. So hard landings can vary in their consequences, such as from mild passenger discomfort to structure damage, structure failure, and maybe a mild or severe injuries. So when an aircraft has a hard landing, it must be inspected for damage before its next flight, just in case if there's really bad structural damage or something that can cause harm to the passengers for the next flight. So thank you.
Coming to the end of our video, in conclusion, we can see the effects of overloaded aircraft reduces the performance efficiency and cause unnecessary damage to the aircraft structure. So this is why it's important to be aware and acknowledge these negative effects. So flight dispatchers will properly calculate the weight and balance to ensure that the aircraft does not exceed its own or its weight limit for the aircraft's safety and to perform an efficient flight. So that is it from us. Thank you all for watching.